Hello. It's often said that when you finish the day's work, you need to go home. Now, when you're going home, are you going to a home, a house, or any building at all? I believe that I have something up my sleeves that would excite you, and I would want to take you to Mayfair Estates, where we're going to look at the type of properties they have, the kind of things that you would want to dream about, and how to get one for yourself. And I'm here with the Chief Executive Officer of the Mayfair Estates, John Otumfo.
Thank you. Yeah.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is John Otumfo, or people call me John Watson Otumfo. I grew up in Ghana,
Right.
and then moved to the United Kingdom. I've lived in the United Kingdom for over 20 years.
Okay.
I used to be an actuary in the insurance industry.
Right.
And then in 2007, I resigned my post as an actuary and then decided to set up Mayfair Estates in Ghana.
Why Mayfair Estates?
In fact, the dream Mayfair, I would say, started in 2003.
Okay.
When I first went to Ghana after a period of maybe about 10 years. When I went to Ghana, I saw that Ghana was really developing very, very fast as at that time. And I bought a house in 2003 in Ghana. The first house in Ghana that I bought was in 2003. But then I realized that, there were really nice, beautiful homes in Ghana. But then the people here didn't probably know about, or probably were not interested. And at that time, there were this gated community thing. There was Reggie Manuel, there was MFs, who probably were, and then there was also Manet.
Right.
Probably were the big gated developers. I bought one of MFs. And then speaking with MFs, Reggie Manuel, and the rest, I realized that there was no presence in this country. So I spoke to them, and I brought a whole lot of them together. MS, Reggie Manuel, I even spoke to Trasaco. And then we started trying to promote them. Because when I bought my house, I was very keen for everyone here
To have one back home?
Yeah, to have back home, because I was thinking, hey, we all come from Ghana, and everybody will surely love to own a home back in Ghana. So we set up this thing. And then working with them, I realized that I could add value to what they were doing. I learned a lot from what they were doing, and I thought, look, I could probably make it better.
So you started your own?
That is how Mayfair was started. Based on all of these other developers, what I saw was some lack here and there.
So what type of properties were you building, realizing that you had to add value to what was already existing?
Yeah. We went into the property market to provide initially, which was probably a short-term goal, to do exactly what these people are doing, provide middle to high-end income.
Okay.
Right. I realized that some of these properties were quite expensive. Right. At that time. So we went in to provide similar or higher properties at a more affordable rate.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And what was the response like?
It was fantastic. We went in there, and I used to say, look, Mayfair was selling properties like we were selling tomatoes on the market.
Really?
Yeah, because our houses were extremely competitive, right? People come and they say they want to buy property from Mayfair, and I tell them the prices, and they say, really? Are you sure? They don't even believe our prices.
So basically you're providing a gated community facility, 2-bedroom, detached, semi-detached, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom.
Yeah.
And you are targeting the middle and
high
the
income.
high income people.
Yeah.
Right. Take us through what it is that I have to look for in Mayfair Estates when I want, say, a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah. I mean, our basic 3-bedroom house or any basic house, we don't do basic, right? All our houses are fully loaded. And if I say fully loaded, it comes with all the bedrooms are en suite,
Right.
garage,
Okay.
boys' quarters, good land around it. The gated community has a communal swimming pool,
Okay.
gym, shops, play area. So anything that you can think of that puts it on the high income, we are there.
That excites me.
Yeah.
Where do we find your properties in Ghana?
Okay.
Accra, basically.
We are basically based in Accra. We have Mayfair Gardens,
Okay.
which is at Airport Hills.
Right.
Mayfair Gardens is just 5 minutes away from East Cantonment.
Okay.
Right. Mayfair Garden is also right behind Bema Camp.
Okay.
In fact, you can actually walk from Mayfair Gardens to Bema Camp. Right. It's also right now they've done a new road, so it's about 10 minutes from Kotoka International Airport.
Okay.
Right. Now, let me add something. The reason why we are able to probably build houses that are cheaper than what our competitors are doing is because Mayfair Estates, I mean, when I initially went in, I saw that most of these developers were maybe outsourcing their building projects.
Okay.
Right? They were not producing, even as of today, you don't get a developer producing some of all the materials that they use to build a house.
Okay.
But I can assure you Mayfair Estates produce from the roof right down.
So you set up a whole industry.
We have a whole industry. We produce our own roofs, we produce our own windows, we produce our own blocks, we produce almost everything.
Right.
Right? And then we buy everything on the rest that we don't produce, we buy in large quantities. So that saves us a lot of money. And that is how we are able to pass some of this to our customers. And that is why we are far cheaper than, in fact, I believe on the market, comparatively to what we produce, we are probably the cheapest. In terms of quality, we are also one of the best quality builders in Ghana.
You have been an actuarian before,
Yeah.
So you know how to look at the figures,
Yeah.
and do your extrapolations and the rest of it.
Yeah.
Now tell me, how do I come in to say I want to buy a 3-bedroom property, but I don't have all the money up front? Do you have a plan in place?
We do.
Or you lead me to a mortgage and a lender who can give me the money so I come and pay you?
Okay. Now, as you rightly said, yes, I'm a mathematician. So when I started, I was giving out my own mortgage.
Okay.
We had our own in-house mortgage product, right? It's rather unfortunate because, again, should I say, some people abuse the system.
Oh.
If I should say that. And if I say they abuse the system because maybe people didn't, or should I say I didn't separate myself from that side of the business, which I should have done, right? So people felt, John is a brother, you get what I mean? So when it comes to payment...
They brought in the family thing there.
Exactly, they brought in the Minia family thing, you get what I mean? So in the end, we stopped it.
Okay.
Right. But I can tell you that right now, we have set up a completely separate business, right? Which we intend to start this year. Same thing that I did some few years ago. We intend to have an in-house mortgage product. What we did at that time was, all you needed to pay was 10%.
Okay.
Right. You just have to pay 10% of the cost. And then like a mortgage product, you pay on a monthly basis. Very tiny, very small. That you don't...
You were using the bank rate existing in Ghana, or you had your own terms?
We had our own terms. We're using... In fact, we're even using bank rates in this country.
In the UK?
Yeah. UK bank rates. That's what we're initially using.
Would it be the same situation?
It will be cheaper than anywhere in Ghana.
Okay.
Right? We will still be cheaper than the banks. Right? But again, yes, we want to start it. But this time, we would need to be a little bit careful. Right? To attract the right people on board, if I should say.
We are looking at where to lay your head, how to acquire a very appropriate property in Ghana. And we are at Mayfair Estates, and John Otumfo is taking us through what products they have. And the exciting thing is it's a whole industry. They have from the finances to where you get your keys and go and sleep in peace in your own home at Mayfair Estates. He's mentioned Mayfair Gardens, and we're going to kind of look at what other developments you have.
Yeah.
And I'm asking whether those who are the low income end have any chance having any good property with yourselves.
Yes, I mean, as I initially said, initially we targeted the middle to high income. That was our short-term goal, right? We do have various properties. We've started Mayfair Court at Adringano,
Okay.
which is about 17 townhouses,
Right.
We are also starting Mayfair Gardens Phase 3 and 4, which are three 4-bedroom detached and semi-detached houses. We would also probably in the next year, so I would say maybe by the end of 2017, we would have started, right, the Mayfair City. Mayfair City will probably comprise of over 8,000 homes. And out of those 8,000 homes, in fact, what we have done is even the Mayfair Court, or we also have Mayfair Heights.
Okay. And those are high-rise buildings, I guess.
Mayfair Heights, what we are doing is a combination of townhouses and then apartments.
Right.
We are targeting the low to middle income.
I've heard about Mayfair Estates. I would want to get one of your properties, and I approach you. What is the procedure I have to go through from the start to the point where I'll get my keys?
Yeah. I mean, yes, when you approach us, the first thing we would ask is you need to fill an application form, which you can get online, or when you call our number, we would send you one.
Okay.
You decide on which house you want to acquire, which site. As I said, we have various sites.
Okay.
We have the Mayfair Courts, we have the Mayfair Heights. We are also starting at 200. Again, low to middle income housing at Amahia, which is probably about 10 minutes or 5 minutes away from Medina. Right? That's just about 200 homes. We are also, again, as I said, the Mayfair City, but I would probably leave the Mayfair City till next year. When we start Mayfair City, then we can then start selling. Mayfair City is a small city that we want to build with houses, schools, banks, play areas, shops, shopping mall, everything.
So having filled the forms or spoken to you on the phone, what next? Do you go to the site to choose, or you give a layout and somebody chooses from there and you develop?
What we do is we give you the layout, or we show you which plot, so you know which house is your house from day one.
Right.
Because you choose it.
Right.
You will choose. So we'll tell you that maybe plot number X is your house, and plot number X is always your house.
Right.
Now you choose the plan. As I said, We have various plans. Whether you pay a 15% deposit, right? What we do is if you choose, let's say, a 10 or 15% deposit, then obviously you have to go through our monthly payment plan where you pay small basis. When we finish the house, we either, if we have, we accept you on a mortgage plan, then it's continuous. You don't have to do anything. If, let's say, we don't accept your, we don't put you on our mortgage plan, then you have choices. You can either go to the various banks. Ghana, we have Ghana Home Loans, Stanbic Bank, HFC, and all others.
You work with all of them?
We work with all the banks in Ghana.
Right.
You can go to any of them. Also, if you think that you can pay outright, yes. When we finish, you pay us. But if you want to pay outright, then we expect you to pay minimum of 20%. If you pay 20%, you don't have to pay anything until we complete the house.
I know if I don't ask this question, people will come lynch me.
Yeah.
The question is, what are the price ranges of the various properties you have?
Okay. Now, again, with Mayfair Gardens, our prices start from 300,000.
As in Ghana cedis?
No, US dollars. Sorry, 300,000 US dollars.
Okay.
To say about 700,000 US dollars.
Okay.
Right. Now, if you go to Mayfair Court, which is at Adringano, right, those ones start from $250,000. Yes, $1,000 to. In fact, there are two types anyway: $250,000 and $260,000.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the Mayfair Heights, which is also opposite Mayfair Gardens, which is made of townhouses and apartments, we want to start around 100,000 US dollars for a minimum of 2 or 3 bedroom house.
Okay.
2 or 3 bedroom house will get you for $100,000. You are laughing.
Okay.
Right. Now, when we go to our Maria sites, right, that one we want to start around 75,000 US dollars.
Okay.
For a 2 or 3.
Is that what you will classify as affordable housing?
Yes. So we now start with our affordable housing from 75,000 US dollars. So that will go from 75 US dollars to about 250 for the high end ones. Yeah.
Now, presence is all about getting people to buy.
Yeah.
You have a presence in Ghana. I know you would tell us your offices, but outside of Ghana, say in the UK, how do we contact Mayfair Estates?
Yeah. Well, Mayfair Estates is easy. We have a UK number, which I'm sure you have one.
Yeah. Yeah. We have the number on the screen and the website address as well. So just pick it up and contact the Mayfair Estate offices here in the UK. But do you have any physical office here in the UK? People can come in there, because when it comes to property, people have a lot of doubts and the rest of it. Can we see somebody in an office to talk to?
Yes. I mean, we are setting up something very quickly. I'm sure in the next 2 weeks or so we'll have a presence. But we do have a presence. We have an office in Norbury, which if you want to go, you can go into in Norbury, right? But we are setting up something very quickly that will be our main office in London. When you come to Ghana, you can get us anywhere. We are at the Mayfair site itself, Mayfair Gardens. Our office is at the site. You can walk in anytime during working hours. We work from Monday to Saturday. We even work sometimes Sundays.
Okay.
I mean, I'm very flexible. If you want me to work for you on Sunday, I will work for you on Sunday. So I'm always flexible. And I can work for you anytime. Doesn't matter the time. All you need to do is call me. My phones are always on. Anytime you call me, I'll be there for you. If you go on the web, you can contact us on www.mayfairestatesLTD.com, or Mayfair Estates Ltd.co.uk. You can also contact me on 0249 31 5023. You can also contact us in London on 0208 00 49477.